I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're speaking with one of our favorite guests here on our show, Premleena Wettergran. She is a devoted advocate for blissful living. In fact, she has a new book out by the very same name. It is called Blissful Living. You guessed. Correct.
Yes.
She embarked
Yes.
on an inner journey over 3 decades ago, leading to profound revelations about love and life and self-awareness. We are delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight, and we ask viewers like you to support writers like her by subscribing to our channel. Lena, thanks so much for being our guest today again on Spotlight.
Thank you for having me.
Happy that a new book is out. It's wonderful. Again, it picks up on the concept of bliss. Your other book is called Bliss. This one's called Blissful Living. Let's tell the folks at home what the book Blissful Living is about.
It's about living a blissful life, and we can all do that. So it's about raising the awareness that we are kind of the person we have been waiting for. So not being a victim. I mean, we live in times that is really hard to kind of find a way, or every day we are bombarded with negativity. But even if it wasn't like that, the blissful living is possible for everyone to be guided home. So we can make our own decisions, listening to our own truth, and kind of start flowering in our own energy, basically, to love ourselves and others. Yeah.
Wonderful goals for sure. What are some of the first steps people can take to start living a blissful life?
I mean, blissful life isn't a thing. So the first step is to kind of stop running away from yourself. You know, we are running to please the boss, the wife, the husband, the kids, the kindergarten. I mean, we are running and running and running to please everybody. Mm-hmm. So to stop doing that, I'm not saying we are not supposed to please others, but to turn around and stop and kind of start, I need to meet myself. I need to listen to myself. Where am I? Why am I running so fast? And for what? So I can kind of start listening. So stop and turning the energy around to see what kind of mindset do I have? Is it a healthy one? Am I treating my body in a healthy way? Do I listen to my heart? Do I have something more within, which most people think and feel they have, a potential, invisible potential that I never listened to? So to stop, to listen, to feel, to kind of saying yes to yourself. That's the first step.
So basically to be introspective, to look inside yourself, see what's right, see what's wrong, see what you can change. Are you living the kind of life you want to be living? Like you said, are you eating what you're supposed to be eating? Are you active enough? And so basically do an inventory of your life as well at that time.
Yeah. So if we just stop and see how am I dealing with life? How am I living me? How am I treating my children, my partner, my work situation? Am I happy? And happy is not kind of a thing, but it's like fulfillment when you do living your truth or living what you're supposed to do. Of course, we need to take care of our children, but I'm doing it in a loving way. So yeah, introspective, and from mind, thinking me to feeling me. Kind of 3 decimeter. I think the change starts 3 decimeter in, not here. Maybe I'd make the decisions here, but then I turn in, and then I feel, this is more true for me, and I need to give myself space. You know, we take the car for service, we go fixing the house, we take some guy to fix that, or you know, we fix things, but ourselves, we just go on like nothing needs to kind of, we are the same like we were 10 years ago. No, we need to kind of adjust here, open up here, feel here. That's a blissful life.
Yeah, do some maintenance basically, which is good advice. What about dealing with hurts and sadness and depression? People have been hurt by other people, they're brokenhearted. you know, how do they turn that around? How do they find happiness after being in a painful situation?
Mm. We all have pain inside. I mean, most of us, we have been longing for our mothers when we were small, or our fathers told us not to do that, or a teacher said something, but we kind of collected it because it was no one there to kind of stop and ask and kind of be the whole circle for us. So it has stopped. We have stopped putting things inside, feelings inside, long time. And then when we grow up and our partner maybe don't want to be with us, or someone dies, or and then we can't hold it anymore. So it's like, what do I do now? I become depressed, or I need to eat medicine for this, or and we don't have or live in a time where emotional intelligence is so much on the agenda. We just push down. So when this needs to come up, we don't know how to handle it. So, and we can understand with the mind that, oh, this is the hurt from when my husband was unfaithful last year, or something like that.
Yes.
But it's most of the time it's deeper than that. So I need to kind of have the space to kind of letting this pain to come up, to feel it, to embrace it, to accept it, and to see like, how can I heal this, hold this, like holding a little child. It's okay. You can cry it out or feel it out, or whatever way we need to do it. So for me, my inner journey started with that kind of pain. I had so much pain. I didn't know what to do with it. And no one said it's okay to just feel it. So it becomes healed. So when we kind of reject it, and I shouldn't feel this, and I become hard, and I then become angry at my neighbor, or, it becomes worse. Yeah. So to feel it, to have either a person or I do group processes where we really can kind of allow it to come up. And it's not a big thing. It takes sometimes 5 minutes. And, wow, was this all? Maybe it comes back. But it's like an acceptance, a deep acceptance of feelings. Emotions is part of being a human being.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is, and we have fear. I have people that comes and they are kind of, I'm depressed. Yeah, because you are suppressing and depressing yourself instead of, let's look. So many people have died in your life, and you haven't kind of healed that. You long for them or love them. So we need to kind of lift that to the surface so it can be healed. So fear is basically the disease here.
Yeah. Again, it's important to look inside, do that inventory, see why you're sad, see why you're depressed, what you can change, what you can't change, what you must accept. There's a little prayer: God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change the things I cannot accept, and the wisdom to know the difference. And it's a good prayer, because that's how we do have to come to terms with things, that there are things we just can't change, and there are other things that we can change. Figuring out what is when you're going to have to do a mental inventory up here and figure it out.
And opening your heart to yourself about it. I am sad that my mother died. I need to cry about that. Or something else had happened. My grandmother, something happened, and I'm sad about that. That's natural. So let it come, and then release it. So the energy, we are energy, so we need to release so we can become more alive. And that is part of blissful living, to be alive. Holding.
Absolutely.
No, to feel alive. Yeah.
To be open to life, to be open to love, to be open to happiness, to be open to joy, to be open to bliss. Absolutely.
To yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. What was it like writing this book for you? Tell me about the writing process.
The writing process, I'm actually not an author. So for me, it is like a longing that I just need to share what I have experienced. So it's kind of I'm not a good author. I can just share my heart and what I have been experiencing for myself. And actually, I have written one book before in Sweden 6 years ago or something, 7 years ago. So I thought, that's it. I'm not going to write. That was too much hustle about that.
Yeah.
And then it just started to kind of, oh, that's chapter 1. Aha, I'm going to write chapter 2 like this. And then it was just kind of happening from within. So to 7 chapters. And wow, yes, of course, this I need to share, because this is the way of process of being with yourself in life, so you can have a happy life, a blissful life. So then it was just natural.
Wonderful.
And of course, some hustle about it to write. But anyway, yeah.
Wonderful. One of the things you write and talk about is the door opener process, 1, 2, 3. Tell us about that. Can you tell us what it is and a little bit more?
Yes, I don't do them anymore, but it's like a process I created, I don't know how many years back, but it's a door opener. It's like opening your heart. It's basically a 4-day process of moving from mind into heart and the energy you are, and then kind of realizing, oh, the story I'm telling myself that I should be this or that, or I need to be better or stronger or taller or slimmer or faster or more successful or more money or more kids, whatever. It's maybe not my story. It's maybe someone else's story. It's the society's story. It's my mother's story. I know my grandfather's story. So opening the heart, starting to feel and see, what am I believing? What kind of mindset do I have about myself and life? So when you inquire that and staying there and kind of see, maybe that was when my grandfather died, my father got sad, and that's kind of 100 years ago. So why do I need to hold myself back? So realization happens. And then who am I if I'm not my story? It's not about being totally finished with my story. It's about understanding that those thoughts actually is not mine.
Yeah.
I long to do this. I want to be I don't know what, painter.
Yeah.
Or actually at least include that in my life. So it's about realizing a lot of the heart, and that I'm not the story. And I can choose. I can have a mind wash. I can kind of getting I want to be successful. My whole past, they were not successful. They were poor. So maybe I don't need to have guilt if I'm going to be successful. Or opposite, I don't care about money, but I want to be happy. So we find our own truth. And that is, of course, a process. 4 days is an opening. Next 4 days is about digging deeper. And the third step is really like living how I want to live. This is my life, and I want to integrate wisdom and awareness in it. I want to have a happy marriage. I don't want to be blaming my partner, etc. So these days I call it now, then, Zen, in 3 steps, like now and then and Zen. So I do a 1-year training where we kind of integrate wisdom and awareness.
Very, very interesting. It sounds like it's a matter of rewriting the scripts that have been put in our heads by other people.
Yeah.
We've been imprinted by our parents. We've been imprinted by our siblings and our peers. You've got to figure out what you want to do. Your parents might have been very pragmatic and they say no art, but you want to be an artist. So be an artist, right? Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your work. You've worked with thousands of people over the years. How has that shaped your understanding of human nature and all that's involved?
I needed a lot of work on myself before I did starting to work with people. I never thought I would do that. So first, my own kind of process of meeting my feelings and sorting it all out and meditating and going to India and all this and meeting Osho. So that was a process I needed to do. And then I never thought I would go into running groups. I was very, very shy at that time. I had always been. But then I was all of a sudden at a place where the guy who owned this place, he got cancer. He said, can you please run the groups? Okay, yeah, I can do. So then I stepped into that scene and magic started to happen. And I could see, wow, who am I in all this? I know something here, or not me, but something in me knows how to meet people and be with people and steps to take. And with Osho's meditations, it was easy in a way. So that just happened by itself. And that was and that has been guiding me to other places and to new places and door opener and, a lot of stuff. So that is just something I do. That's something it's happening. And that energy also attracts. If we want people to see me or can't they call me? Can't they do? No, you attract people, and you attract the right people who understands me, or I understand them. So it has just happened for 35 more years now. So I'm very, very happy and grateful for life.
Yeah.
And I think that's important, to have a good relationship with life.
Yeah.
That you're kind of on the same page, not change what you can change. Yeah.
Right. Having a good relationship with life, do you mean also being in touch with nature? Do you feel that's an important component of blissful living?
Yes. Yes. I mean, some people love to walk in nature and be close to nature, can't imagine living in a town. And I have one client, he hates being in nature. He said, no, I don't want to go. I want to be in a town. I want to be in New York City. I want to be. And that's fine. I mean, I don't know why he don't like nature, but it's good to be in tune with nature, of course. So, but you need to find your nature. If you are with your inner nature, you can just feel that stillness that is there and kind of being in peace with the noise. But yeah, it's a process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What advice would you give someone beginning their journey toward inner discovery and blissful living?
I would say, to start with, to become aware of your breathing, to kind of be aware of how you breathe and that you breathe, and dare to take some deep breaths and just feel, wow, because food is for the body, water is to cleanse the energy, and breathing is to be in connection with the bigger something. So breathing is a very good tool for presence. So, breathing, yes, that feels good. And if you can just be there for a moment, 1 minute, half a minute, 30 seconds, it's enough. Oh, I am breathing. I don't do it, it's happening. And then maybe I can start seeing thoughts coming, or I shouldn't do this. I should be cooking dinner. I should be working harder. And then maybe you start to see, oh, I have so many negative thoughts. I can write them down so I can see them. And then maybe I can start feeling when I breathe. And slowly, the process brings you to the present moment. It's not strange. It's just so natural. We just need the knack of, here I am. Yeah.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
It sounds like if you are trying to live blissfully, and if you are self-aware, if you are aware of your breathing, all of this is going to translate into good health. And that's important also if you're going to live blissfully, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And, we have the body, so that's good if that's a healthy one. And I mean, existence is really celebrating with all the leaves and flowers and in abundance. So if we can start to see, it's not like being a human being is to being a miser person here. It's like we're also abundant. We can experience so much. And if we are only attached to positive, I need to be happy, then it's a pressure instead of I can live and I can accept, today is a day where I need kind of do a lot of stuff that I really don't like it, but I accept it because it's part of life. So acceptance is a very good tool for blissful living. Today my partner or he or she don't want to be with me, okay? Take your space, do whatever you like. So I need to accept that. Not okay, no, you need to be with me today because I need you. No. So acceptance is a very good remembrance.
Right.
It's raining. I have to accept that. Again, I can change what I can change. What I can't change, what's God's business.
Right.
I have to let it go. And also, people. I'm not here to control people. I'm here to listen to my truth.
Mm.
That's blissful.
Absolutely.
And healthy body is very good.
Absolutely. Talk to me a little bit about Reiki healing and how it's influenced your approach to guiding and training individuals.
Healing is, how do I used to explain it? I used to explain it like the energy we are. We are energy. We need to agree on that. We have been nothing and then we'll be something and kids, and now we're this big. The energy is kind of running life. And this energy, if we are kind of contracted or not flowing in it, it can need some push. It's like a river that is kind of trying to going through a field that is really dry. It's very hard. But if we can come together and more rivers can come together and kind of be stronger, the power in the river becomes a push in it. So healing is a kind of this invisible energy that if I can help your energy, or you can help my energy, or we can help each other to kind of push it, it becomes stronger. And then it can heal things, and then it can, the magic of life. But if I'm not having a strong energy, it kind of get lost somehow. So it's just to help to push or support the healing energy to start moving. It's not something magical. It is magical. Life is magical, but it's just to help to animals, to kids, to human beings. So just to have that support. So that's important. I think it's very beautiful. Absolutely. Silent tool. And also to hold a hand on the shoulder on someone. I think it's very beautiful. Yeah.
The power of touch is very comforting, very, very needed by humans. Humans need to be touched. Babies need to be touched. I mean, there's been studies about babies who've been touched and not touched. And the difference is beyond profound.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your book. What will people find within the pages? How will it help them? How have you structured the book to help others?
The first step is to stop, as we said, to stand up. Where is my now moment? How am I living, and why do I do that, and all that? Then I need to it's just an awakening process, I think we can call it. It's natural. The second step is kind of seeing that I belong in a universe here. I'm not alone and I'm not separated. There is, I don't want to put words on it, but this invisible power that runs through everything. Okay. There's stars at night. It's magical. I don't know how they're doing, but we are here together. So that's the second step, to connect with something bigger. However you do that, you don't need a religion or just feeling that, I'm part of this. Then I need some tools to help me to step out of my own way. Why am I always beating myself up? Why do I always tell myself, you're such a loser, or you should be better, you should have and it's your fault, or your guilt is carrying you down, or there's a lot of negativity we kind of boost ourselves with. To stop, do that. Step out of your own way. Why do you do this? What is it? Can you turn it around? It's not my fault that people dies. No, I take it on my shoulder. Okay, so it's like stepping out of your own way. Then to understand that if I don't carry that burdens, we all carry burdens. And we have religions that are kind of told us that is, a lot. So to not carry all these burdens, I understand more the aspect of love, or the energy that flows through my body, and to I understand I'm love and heat and energy, so I can live that. It's a guidance about levels of energy in the body. And then to jump into the river of life. Yeah. Life is guiding us. Every morning I'm surprised. Wow, here we are again. And life comes telling me this, and you tell me this, and wow, it's a happening, it's an adventure, to trust that. And sometimes I don't like it, but then I can learn something. And sometimes I really like, wow, life is fantastic, but I flow with it. We don't have any other option. We are going to leave over there. So if I can do that happily, I can be blissfully living and dying. I'm all for it. So, and yeah, absolutely. And then it's also about you are you and I am me. And we have different kind of energies, and you do what you do and I do what I do. And if I'm not doing what I like to do and you should do what I do, it would be a mess. So starting to trusting your own, you can call it potential or invisible wisdom, or if I start doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm very, very blissful and happy. But if I think I should actually do what Logan is doing. Oh, then it becomes messy. So to trust my skills and my inner wisdom, it's very, very part of blissful living. And then to relax, to be able to relax, letting go. I don't need to hold on. I can let go. Do things totally, and then I can let go. And that is also part of it. Otherwise, we become doers. I think I'm the doer of everything. No, I'm not. So, yeah. So these are kind of guidelines just to open up those doors that I am more than I believe I am. To trust life. Yeah.
I guess also blissful living for me might be different for you, might be different for somebody else. So it's what we individually find happiness in. That's what's important. This is a very personal thing. My journey for blissfulness might be different than yours, and so on, right?
Yeah. And that's the abundance of us. I mean, some people find out, I really want to be taking care of pets or dogs, or that's not my job. I don't do that. So that's, or another person is perfect to be a leader, but has held the energy back because I should just be, instead of, wow, I'm really a egoless leader, self-leadership. I can really see people and push them up. You're perfect. So we all find the more true quality within, and that's beautiful, I think. Really beautiful. Yeah.
Absolutely. I'll have to remind myself the next time my dog wakes me up at 5:30 in the morning that this is blissful living. I wanted a dog, and now I've got a dog, and now I'm up at 5:30 in the morning.
So and he loves you.
Yeah, he loves me. Yeah, when he licks my face, it's all worth it. That's true. Very true. Well, this has been a delightful conversation once again. Premleena Wettergran has written a wonderful book. It is called Blissful Living. It's a complete how-to guide that will help you with your unique journey to inner awareness and to having that blissful life. Lena, thanks so much for joining us here today.
Can I say something more?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm also going to come with a workbook to this blissful living. So I'm working on that. I think that's a good tool also to have.
So that'll be like exercises that people can do to remind themselves, like a daily routine or something.
Yeah, I'm not totally clear about the details, but it will come also. So it's easier to kind of support yourself.
Absolutely. That sounds wonderful. Wonderful. Well, we're looking forward to it. Thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you for bringing me.
Oh, my pleasure. Always great listening to you, hearing you, and learning from you. I think I've learned a lot today, and I'm sure our viewers have as well. So thank you. Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you very much, and have a good time.
Thank you. And to the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time on Spotlight.